everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Browns going up against the Eagles. With that, it's time to get up to Philadelphia as we welcome in our new broadcast team for 2016, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, a new broadcast team, new coaches, new quarterbacks. We've got it all here at Lincoln Financial Field here in Philadelphia. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. Once again, I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, and we have two teams that finished sub-500 last year. The Browns, just 3 wins, the Eagles 7.
And let's take the Browns to start off. Once again, new leadership, new direction, new hope. They're trying to get back to playing football that's emblematic of the AFC North. And when you flip it over to the Eagles, they were so close to a playoff team last year and didn't quite get.
It's the dawn of a new era for us at EA Sports as the 2016 NFL season is underway. This one taken from the 7th. Oh, what a move. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And led out by the rookie. Expectations high here as he's making his first NFL start. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Second down following the incompletion. He'll drop to throw to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Luke Kuechly is absolutely amazing. Maybe the best middle linebacker in the game. Not only is he cerebral, this guy's athleticism is off the charts.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught right side by Daniels. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now the 6-year man out of Miami, Matt Bosher on to punt. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
Cam has all the skills that you're looking for. The arm that can do everything, the ability to run, hard to bring down because of his size. But the joy that he plays the game, I think that's his stock in trade. That's his calling card. That's what sets him apart from other players.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And out now come the Eagles. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Deep drop. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes us down deep into Cleveland territory. Timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Yeah, coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's going to loft one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards. They practiced week. They're through it. Field made it look relative.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
It seems like whenever people talk about Chris Long, the number one thing they discuss is his motor and how relentless he is. Let's not forget, he's also a superior athlete.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's got his man on the out route. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it?
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key third down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
They had no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 3-all the score. And we're back to Philadelphia after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
So many things go into making a play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school, and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding time. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now, check. Patriot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some space here. And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I don't want downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest rated players on my board, a 3-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing right around the midfield stripe. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. We focus our attention now on the Eagles' defense. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
Let's see what they can do here. See if they can force another 3-and-out. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He's got time. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Colton Schmidt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Well, still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Watch it now, Barney.
On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Now a first down throw for Newton. Surveying the field. And incomplete on the deep ball. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And now the Eagle for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over, I guess. You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling. And they played that one like a great. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And on that one, the youngster got caught holding the football a little too long in his own end zone.
And Brandon, you know how we always talk about the clock that a quarterback has to have in his head when he's passing the ball? It up when you're backed up like this because you know pressure's coming at you. He'll learn. He's just a rookie.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. On 1st and 10, Newton. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. On 1st down, Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. On 2nd and 10, Newton. He's got time in the pocket. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Eagles are winning the turnover battle, but this is still a tight game. The Browns, to their credit, have not allowed those turnovers to define them and have battled through it so far. All right, let's roll those highlights. Midway through the first quarter, the pass is completed into tight coverage, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 47. Browns will stall out, though, and settle for a field goal. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On First down, it's Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down now after the pass completion. On second down, here's Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And in 2015, Charles, for the Browns, 18 fumbles, most in the league. Another one here.
And each and every week when we visit with teams, the phrase turnover margin always comes up, doesn't it?
Always.
So it's no surprise that with that number of fumbles, they were 3-13 that season.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Here's Newton now on second down. And he's got his man on the out route. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys push the back or the running backs quicker than ever before.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Newton on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Tight end right. Tight end right. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Here we go now. Boom, land.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Shreds the tackle. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Here we go now. Boom, land. Boom, land.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. It's caught right side by Daniels. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. but no real chance for this one to go through.
And now working their way back onto the field, the Eagles defense. They are down on the scoreboard. They're just trying to keep the opposition now at bay.
Let's treat it a little bit like tennis. Hold serve. Don't give up anything. Win the point, so to speak, and move on from there.
Did you play tennis?
I actually did for a little while.
Wasn't
very good at it.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, the kids, they both lettered.
Your kids.
Exactly.
Okay.
Whose kids were we talking about?
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
That was a tremendous play by the defensive line. We always talk about leverage versus any play. How about versus the draw? Underneath, they get into the backfield and make a big-time play.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. 3rd and long. It's Newton. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Chris Long in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's the former Patriot Pro Bowler, Chandler Jones. The outside linebacker drops him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chris Baker able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They come out here in the eye. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
To throw is Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Chris Long getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Chandler Jones able to get him for a loss of about 3. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on 2nd. They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
All right, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Daniels has it left side. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Here's Matt Bosher now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here comes the Eagles defense. They work their way back onto the field. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Time running out here on the play clock. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight for it. Now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The Browns defense getting ready. And they have been so strong all game long. They just need to show up here one final time, Charles.
And this isn't a spot where they're going to run out onto the field, look at each other and say, okay, can we hold on? They've been strong all game, as you talked about.
Yes, you got some confidence.
Confidence. They're thinking, let's just go out there and shut them down 1, 2, 3 and get out of here. That's how they feel right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Nice play, baby, nice play.
He's back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clenched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. Finding time. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. So instead of the incredibly obvious choice of trying to punt it out near midfield, now they've left their defense with no margin for error.
No, 0. And I don't care how much confidence you have in your defense. I don't care if you say, hey, I'm going to be aggressive because those guys can pick me up. You really put them in an impossible situation because at the least, you're giving up 3 in that situation, right? So I would have punted the ball out of there and given them a little bit of a cushion.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing here, Newton. That's caught at the 1. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
All right, here we go. 56. 56. Leopard.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Alteron Werner. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And the Browns getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down. Watch 85. Check it out.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Browns, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.